Hey, how you doing? I'm Gregory Glade, founder of Xylem Design, also known online as Pedestal Source. I just wanted to talk to some of you out there at Red Rocks, and maybe this gets forwarded elsewhere, about our company and what we're looking for. We're a manufacturer of display fixtures, primarily for trade shows, exhibits, and retail environments. And we're up here in Fort Collins, and we're looking for some hungry, humble, and smart people who are learners that want to be part of a progressive organization. A lot of what we actually do, I'll get that out of the way, is simple fixtures. Pedestals you'll see behind me somewhere, simple pedestals made out of sheet goods. So I know you're studying fine furniture there if you're at Red Rocks. If not, that's okay. This is definitely a maker's environment, but it's not really so much about mastering the craft of fine furniture, although this environment will allow you to do some other things that will contribute to that over time. But it's more about focusing in what I would call some of the soft skills that you really can take with you for the rest of your life. You'll see over my shoulder these 8-foot panels that contain our values and the reasons why we exist. It's some pretty existential material. And the reason that's there is to kind of keep us pointed true north. Every day we meet as a group, we have for 6 years, and we study not only organizational health, but also this concept of continuous improvement. So I'm really about growing people and encouraging, teaching, and training and mentoring people, as well as teaching us as a group to see waste and eliminate the waste in the processes through the concept of continuous improvement. You may have heard of lean or continuous improvement. Well, there's a book that a buddy of mine now wrote called 2 Second Lean. This guy, Paul Akers, is phenomenal. He simplified and really distilled the essence of what makes Toyota so successful. I've actually been on a couple of trips over there with him, spending time off-site and on-site at Toyota and Lexus, learning from their past presidents about what their deepest philosophical underpinnings are. And I find it's really the same thing over and over again. A dedication to being respectful and teaching and training their people and their subcontractors, actually, and growing them. And then this concept of continuous improvement, it permeates their culture. Even they, although they have great reputations, aren't perfect, which is pretty cool. They remain humble. So we have our values over the shoulder here that we established using another book. And this book I want to talk about because it's huge. Whether you ever meet me or not, you ought to read this book. It's called The Advantage. Basically a book that talks about why organizational health is going to be the keystone that separates any company. And it's a long process. We're dedicated to it. We're all fouled human beings. We're not perfect. But the idea is we have at least some reference points and some discipline. So if you're growth oriented, if you're a curious person and you want to grow, then I'd love to start a dialogue with you. I'm at a point in my life where I really want to teach, train, and mentor people who want to be part of a better group. And we've created some wonderful resumes over the years. We've had college students from CSU come through here, and they've come back and said this was the best company they ever worked at, and they're just spoiled, quite frankly. We've had some people who've left and come back. So that's a good sign. My goal, however, is just to start a dialogue. That's step one. We may not be hiring right today, although today, as I record this, we're looking to have one position filled, but it's a long row that I'm looking at to hoe. So if you want to learn a little bit, go online, study, look up Xylem Design or Pedestal Source, and you kind of see what the internet has to say. I'd take a look at those books. And if there's a real resonance, I'd ask you to take a risk, do a selfie video that talks about where those similarities are and how you might fit into our organization. This is not a panacea. It's not perfect. We don't have it all buttoned down. It really is a lifelong process, but it's a different way of looking at business. So if you're looking just to, become an understudy and learn fine furniture techniques, I learned that when I was in my early 20s as well back in Pennsylvania. That's good. It's not going to happen here. But if you're learning other concepts that you can take with you in a broader context, this environment is utterly different from the run of the mill. So hope to hear from you. Take a risk, do a selfie, send us something out. Look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.